Am I gonna get down? Am I gonna get up? Who knows?
Now you're gonna get that uptime energy. That's what you're gonna get.
Oh yeah, of course.
Bro, you eating them chicken wings pretty fucking hard. No.
Yeah.
He disregarded the pizza. It's like chicken wings only in this hoe.
Chicken wings for life, man.
Fuck yeah, man. They good in the bit.
Got that free pizza on them points.
How much you want to bet back in the day he was listening to that hardcore, like, Ludacris, Beer and Chicken?
No, it was Trick Daddy.
Actually. Trick Daddy, really?
You are listening to
The Sweep.
Gotta sweep.
Exclusively on YouTube.
All praise the YouTube overlord.
I can't believe you've done this.
Cause she looks like she feels like my Tuesday nights. And it's just the smoke inside my lungs that makes me feel. She just took my breath away. And I keep thinking about you and all those things that you would do.
Yeah.
And if y'all are wondering, that is one of our old coworkers, Justin Ray's band. Very good. Check it out, please.
I think it's Beaches with 2 E's instead of an I.
Yeah, like I told you before, man, I'm really sad that he's invited me to a lot of their concerts, but man, I work. I cannot go.
Yeah.
I love a good live music concert, to tell you the truth.
I think that song's called Silver Baby.
Man, it's really good, though.
Yeah, it's definitely good. It'll be linked in the description. Well, I am drinking orange juice and vodka. Elvis has cranberry juice and vodka. And Anthony has Tampico Zero and vodka. We got 2 different vodkas. We got the Russian Reserve and we have
UV?
UV. Because it was on sale at the liquor store.
Of course, and you know, Daddy White over here only buys stuff on sale.
Oh, definitely. Well, this episode is about Dragon Ball Super.
There'll be some Z in there, though.
Oh, yeah, and of course there'll be some Dragon Ball. We even throw in some GT in there.
Nah, we have to have GT in here.
Nah, Anthony's just on this GT game for no reason.
I'll have you know, I got almost a whole collection of GT before it was stolen.
I almost have all of GT on VHS that I bought at the dollar store.
Double thumbs up, Cat Tuesday.
I have several questions.
So it's a double thumbs up Kent Tuesday. We're going to do 2 topics. One is going to be about Dragon Ball Super, and the other one's going to be about the new Broly movie.
Saturday nights, Tanam used to play those Dragon Ball Z shows.
Yeah, Toonami was the best to watch Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, actually, man, Toonami was the shit back in the day, though. It was really good. I love Toonami. Actually, my my very young experience with an anime was Toonami, because I watched Dragon Ball Z. Back in the day, they had Ghost in the Shell, which I really had no interest in and still don't have any interest in. But then Bleach, Naruto, things like that. Toonami was where I think America had the real big exposure to anime, which was a good thing. It really was. And and we're lucky to be as older like we are to see that kind of stuff. And these young kids are like, man, I don't know how the world would be without anime. There was a world before anime, and it wasn't that long ago. It's at least 15 years ago. At least. And that's something that's really cool within 2018 carrying on. That, they're able to experience that we weren't.
So, Elvis, what was your experience with Dragon Ball Z growing up?
Oh, man. Father had me watching Dragon Ball Z at 5 years old. I used to sit down on weekends. We used to watch seasons, Dragon Ball Z, season 1, season 2. My first movie I watched was with Dragon Ball Z and the Mighty Tree.
Oh,
yeah. That was a good one. That was a real good one. That was with Turles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my very first ever time watching Dragon Ball Z movie. And I was like, this dude looks just like Goku. Who is this guy? Is this Goku, twin brother or something like that? They look...
yeah. They tried to explain that, oh, well, it's not that it's Goku, anyone related to him. It was no, this was a lower class Saiyan haircut, which, or hairstyle, which you later find out, kind of.
Actually, the voice of Turles is the same voice as the bad guy from Soul Eater. The guy with the one eye.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we just found out, apparently, what was that Yu-Gi-Oh movie?
Oh, yeah, the bad guy in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Bonds Beyond Dimension was Goku Black's voice, basically.
Right, it was Sean Schimmel, and I like how he turned to me, he's like, doesn't this voice sound familiar? And I just stepped back for a second, I was like,
yeah, because I knew this from Dragon Ball Z, but that's all I could... Because he's doing the evil voice, so I was like, wow.
It was funny because it was Goku Black, but the thing about Goku Black was almost exactly the same, but Goku Black had more of a, condescending, superior voice to it. Yeah. I'm above you.
Actually, I resonate with Elvis on this one. When I used to go to my dad's apartment, he recorded Dragon Ball Z, and I remember watching, like, Goku fight Cell at my dad's apartment on VHS. And my dad was into it, and the only reason why my dad liked it was because they used to do the promos and was like, the fastest cartoon in history. Because remember, it had the most frames.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the only reason my dad liked it. He was like, oh, the fights are just so fast. I didn't have this growing up.
You know what's funny is actually if you go back and watch those old Dragon Ball Z fights, like Goku Super Saiyan 2 versus like Majin Vegeta and stuff and all those, you can really see the frame by frame, which we don't see that no more because it's digital now. Unlike them that actually had fathers. I didn't have any father. The only way that I first got exposed to Dragon Ball Z, like I said, was through like Toonami, but then also it was because, you know, I grew up extremely poor, unlike these two privileged fucks. And the only way we got it was, I remember that we would sometimes pick up bootleg cable channels because we would just hook up the wire to the wall and it would do it. But then one of our old managers used to like watch us like after school. And I used to go there around after, like, our after-school program and stuff, around 3 or 4, and they would be playing Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
On that, like, midday. I'm not sure if that was Toonami or not, but it was like...
Toonami.
Yeah, it was midday Toonami, and I used to catch that, because I remember they were playing, around that time, it was, I think it was the Frieza arc, when they were fighting Frieza, man. I used to come to her house every day and watch it. And also my friend, I think I had a friend named Isaac back in the day, also, that I used to go to his house and watch it.
Okay, let's do the intros. So I am Daddy White.
Daddy White.
Oh, yes, Daddy.
Wrong.
I might have done some stuff to the intros.
Maybe. The verdict's still out.
And we got El Pollo Loco.
El Pollo Loco.
JDF was like, hey, give me a rim job. I'd be like, Tiger Sword. And I would give him a rim job. I'll have you know I was extremely drunk at that point.
We're getting there now, man. And then we got Dr. Closet with us. Elvis.
Hey.
Dr. Closet.
Well, maybe we wouldn't sound so bad if some people didn't try to play with big, meaty claws.
You like your intro?
And for the fans that don't know, Elvis is my roommate. He's like family to me. We've known each other for God knows how long now. 5 years, man. We met at our job, and I've had a real close relationship with Elvis. I consider him family now.
Yeah.
And I could not see my life without Elvis personally.
Elvis, you better talk louder. You worse than Traplo over here.
Hey guys, I'm Elvis.
If we ever get big, I just want his shirt to be the Doctor's Kaleidoscope, and then a claw, and then Pennywise. Because you got Dr. Closet.
Let me guess, you were watching it and got scared of it?
No, I didn't watch it, the original, until me and Anthony went to see the new It movie. So, as far as Dragon Ball Super is concerned, I am up to the dub, which at the point of recording this, they just assembled the teams for the Tournament of Power.
Tournament of Power, yeah.
Anthony's completely caught up with the sub, so...
Unlike him, I can bear the Japanese, although I do like to watch it in English. It is nice. And actually, we had a debate about this because me and Elvis watched this together, and we watched all of it. And I could have swore, I guess maybe my mind played tricks on me, I could have swore everything was dubbed, and even our old roommate, like Chancey, said the same thing, because one day, I told you, I went there the last episode, it was in English. Even Chancey even corroborated with me, it was in English. And then all of a sudden you were like, no, they're only up to Goku Black. And I called you a liar.
Yeah.
And then we went back and found out it was, and I confirmed with PP Heroin, Chancey, and I was like, how did we both simultaneously thought the same thing? And he just said, I don't know.
Yeah, because so when we first looked at it, they were actually up to what Funimation was up to in English, which was up till about they were starting to get the superheroes together, or the heroes together.
Right.
But actually, Funimation pulled this dick move and pulled it back. They unreleased the dubs and pulled it back to where Toonami was at, which was only at Goku Black.
Yeah, because you remember, I remember we were talking about this.
Yeah, and then we looked and it was only to Goku Black when it's actually supposed to be to the very beginning of the Tournament of Power.
Yeah, because we talked about this, and then I remember that PP Heron was watching it, and then we got to, the last episode of the Goku Black arc when he was about to kill Zamasu. And then I told you, I was like, we went to episode, was it 64? And then it went to Japanese, and I was like, hey, I thought you said it was up to the Tournament of Power, and you were like, it is. And it was very big controversy we unveiled.
I even pulled up like the bootleg website, which uploads the dubs, and they were even up to the Tournament of Power.
Yeah.
But Funimation pulled it all the way back to Goku Black because that's where Toonami's at.
Yeah, it really sucks with Funimation right now because what they were concerned with was the Broly movie and My Hero. So those were the things that got dubbed all the way. Super took a back burner to all that.
No, well, I've explained this. The only reason Super isn't dubbed is because they have to do it right. My Hero, they can rush it because it's so popular right now. But if they release a bad Super dub, it's going to live on forever because Dragon Ball is so popular. So how's your first dip into the podcast there, Dr. Closet?
Trying to get used to it, trying to figure out what to say, how to say it,
Right.
So far, it's kind of cool, new experiences.
You drunk and high?
Yeah, kind of.
Well, we actually thought when we first recorded an episode drunk, which I believe was the fortnight, we thought it was going to be trash. Because the way we thought we sounded, but we listened to it and we sound perfectly normal.
Yeah, actually, I was very confused about that. Actually, no, this was funny because I told Don about this because he called me recently very intoxicated, and I could very much tell he was drunk. But it's funny. I think what we do is when we record, though, we actually like get our stuff together.
Mentally sober. So Anthony caught me calling a bunch of people asking them to be on the podcast, and he was like, you're like a cheesy salesman, but wait, there's more.
Yeah, he's like, but no, you don't understand right now. You are like a actor that's on The Walking Dead Extra. You know what the weird thing is that's my first time ever experiencing Don drunk as I'm sober. I saw a part of Dawn that I've never seen before. Because I was like, man, have I never noticed this? And everyone's like, yeah, y'all are terrible together. Yeah. I was like, probably. We probably are.
It's fun when me and Anthony get drunk together.
You know what? Like, Dragon Super, the favorite show, episode I like was when Goku witnessed Dr. Roshi passing out and almost,
You're going a little too far, though. You gotta remember, he's not there yet.
No, that's all right. No, it's cool. I spoil myself all the time.
I thought you already watched it.
No, I watched up to the dub, but there's one thing I gotta play real quick. This Elvis Stutter is sponsored by Blockbuster Video. Be kind, rewind. So that Elvis Stutter was sponsored by Blockbuster Video.
But one of the things I have to talk about, and me and him were talking about this earlier, is the Super's a good anime. Like, it's good and everything. I like it. But only if you ignore the things that they're doing. Like the very, very obvious power scaling that doesn't make any sense. Just writing in power jumps that people should not have, like Master Roshi, Gohan, things like that. Like, at the beginning of the series, they were like, Gohan didn't even know if he can turn Super Saiyan anymore.
Yeah, I talked to Anthony about this, the Master Roshi thing. At the end of Dragon Ball Z, Master Roshi is at least 6 times weaker than Yamcha. And the fact that Goku had to go Super Saiyan to fight Master Roshi is terrible. And even if Gohan unlocked Mystic again, Goku should not have to go in Super Saiyan Blue to fight him. Because you gotta realize, Goku base Super Saiyan can keep up with 10% of Beerus?
Yeah.
So Gohan should be nowhere near that, because Mystic Gohan could only fight Boo.
True.
It just does not make sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
And then even actually in the anime, he even says, oh, you're pushing me, and he has to go Kaioken Blue. Remember, for that split second? There's no reason why Goku should be able to take out Gohan even in Mystic with no problem in Blue.
You know what's funny is Toriyama's kind of retconned this, and he was like, oh, the only reason Goku did this was actually as like a confident booster, like what he did, I guess, with Krillin, to be like, hey, Krillin, look, you can, with your craftiness, you can take me at Blue.
I understand the Krillin thing, but you gotta realize, remember, Gohan was fighting him brawler style, like power for power. Krillin was doing the sneaky thing. I even said that with Master Roshi. Master Roshi knows a lot of crafty things to be able to get away with stuff, but he's not even up to King Piccolo power. It does not make any sense. I think at best, Master Roshi should be at Raditz power.
Agreeable.
It doesn't make no sense that he's that strong.
What do you think, Elvis?
when I first watched him, like, hold up, this old man ain't fighting damn near like 100 years. How the hell he's so strong? You know?
Yeah, because
like,
I think he's like 300.
he's old. Like, I'm like, how this man can fight so good, being so old? Like,
Yeah.
and seeing him hang out, seeing him, battle Goku and all the other guys, I'm like, really confused right now. Like, what kind of training has he been doing? Because he wasn't this strong as Dragon Ball Z. I mean, technically, he can't even fly.
I've never understood that.
The reason why he can't fly is because remember the fly technique was invented by Ten Shinhan's master, so it was the rival dojo's technique.
No, what gets me is that many people don't know, but if you watch Dragon Ball Z, and especially like, what is it, Bio Broly? Trunks knows a Kamehameha. That's weird, because they never showed it anywhere else other than he knows a Kamehameha in the movie.
Actually, we talked about this on the phone. I said, how funny would it be if, like, because he was like, I don't know why Vegeta doesn't know instant transmission and stuff. I said, it's because he refuses to learn any of Goku's techniques, even the Kaioken.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was like, how funny would it be if all of a sudden Goku used the Gallic Gun on Vegeta?
Yeah.
Just be a dick move.
You know, it's actually talking about instant transmission for a little bit of a spoiler to you. It's not really much. It doesn't really matter. But Universe 2 has a Yard Rat. Do you know who a Yard Rat is?
Oh, the one that taught the...
Yeah, so Yard Rat are the species that taught Goku the instant transmission. And I think they taught him one more technique, but I can't remember what it is. But they taught him that. And actually, when you watch the Tournament of Power, you see how much more proficient he is in that than even Goku is. So it's more of a natural thing, because I think they're more of telepaths.
Yeah, because actually, they don't even have to put their finger on the forehead, right?
No.
Yeah, they just disappear and reappear wherever they want to. Yeah, they have the little pointed heads.
Yeah, because it's a real theory, because they were like, well, they have twin universes, like Universe 7 and 6 are twin universes.
So I have a question. Are they wearing the actual uniform like Goku was wearing when he fought Frieza?
Yeah, the Yard Rat, yeah. Because
he's, Toriyama's retconned all the uniforms, because, even like the Saiyan uniform and the Frieza's different.
Okay, the only thing he did was he changed up their face a little bit, but he didn't change up the uniform.
Okay. Yeah, because actually, I don't like the new Saiyan uniform, the square things. I actually like the old school ones.
Like the old 80s style, like poke out kind of
the poke out ones were cool. Yeah, I don't like the square ones, because even in the new Broly movie, they have it.
I can say I feel opposite. I like the newer design personally. I like it. It's more sleek. That's how I feel personally.
The pointed ones were always hilarious. But because I remember when they went to Namek, Krillin wore it and was like, wow, these are like, it's like you're wearing nothing. Because they're stretchable, even though they're armor.
It's like these jeans I'm wearing right now. They look like denim, but they're just straight stretch pants.
Damn. I need some of those.
Boy, you better fit the pants you're wearing right now. I don't know what you're talking about.
These sweatpants.
What size of sweatpants?
32, I think. 30.
Elvis, you've lost so much weight. What's your waist at like right now? 28?
It's like 29, probably.
God, he's literally wearing the waist that when I'm at one of the lowest that I can be. Like my body will allow me to get down to the lowest.
Is tall.
Yeah, and fit. Skinny as shit though, but
Elvis, we were on our bodybuild game and we were big AF. God, we were so big. It was ridiculous.
I was 180, walking like I'm 200 some pounds.
And you talking about Dragon Ball Z bodies. We had Dragon Ball Z bodies back then. Okay, my one thing I would have to say about Dragon Ball Super that I don't like is that Toriyama goes back on a lot of things that he says. Like, Toriyama was like, I will not make any mortal stronger than the God of Destruction. Comes along in Tournament of Power, they're like, oh, Jiren is stronger than a God of Destruction. So, that's the part that just doesn't make any sense to me. What do you think, Elvis?
I mean, when we watched that, like, Jiren power was like unbelievable because I've never known that he'll be so strong and that he'll be able to rival Goku in the Ultimate Instinct. So that kind of confuses me a lot because I didn't really know.
But what if Goku has the Ultra Rap Sting?
Wait, hold on. This Elvis Stutter sponsored by Netflix and Chill. I'm coming over to watch this flick.
But yeah, man, it's really funny because they've gone to like the pinnacle of power at the end of the Tournament of Power, which is like, man, we're ultimate, we're stronger than Gods of Destruction. Like when they're fighting, and even when Jiren releases his power, even all of the God Destructions are like, they even step back. Every single one of them are like, wow, we didn't know a mortal could be this powerful.
Yes.
It just kind of weird, because the problem with Dragon Ball Z is like, you have to be stronger than your villain, or you have to overcome your villain. So it's the same thing with Bleach. It's the same thing with Naruto. They keep having to go up, 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 up. Because, I mean, what can you do? You can't just stay at the same power. And it kind of sucks for the writing, and it kind of sucks for the storyline, because like I was telling Dawn, they've actually kept continuing the manga just now. It recently developed.
Yeah.
And the villain already is like, really? It's getting weird.
Yeah, so basically I think what they're gonna end up doing is having to continue to make enemies stronger, and then trying to say that God can reach a new level so they can be stronger. If Jiren is that strong, let's imagine if it's like 20 different other characters that's pretty much strong as him, or stronger than him.
So right now, they're already they're stronger than Gods of Destruction. So then what happens when they get stronger than Whis? What happens? They get all the way up to Zeno's level where they can just snap and universes can be gone? We can't get to that level.
Well, I mean, Whis is like, what, at least 2 times stronger than Beerus? So it's going to be a while. Because remember, Whis is still Goku and Vegeta's master, so, and they've still yet to, like, even land a punch on him.
That's true, but like in the movie, what I like is like they're fighting. He knocks out Vegeta, and it's funny because Whis really can understand who's who. And so like in the movie, Whis like knocks out Vegeta, and then Goku, he's like, with Vegeta, he put his hands behind his back, he just moved. But then with actually Goku, he took a fighting for him. Because he knew that Goku is more of a threat than Vegeta is, which is weird. And he only did that when Vegeta was knocked out. And I find that, I don't know how to read that, but I just know that that is what he thinks. He knows Goku has more potential than Vegeta has.
Yeah.
Even that Vegeta says, I am the hybrid, I am the royalty, whatever, there's something to say for that. But Goku still is stronger. I mean, they have to cover Broly. All their movies are canon. They're not taking the Z route where everything is non-canon and it's just in a what-if storyline, but everything's canon, so the animation has to catch up to wherever the movies are. So we'd have to see where the filler is after the Tournament of Power leading up to Broly, and then on after that. But you know, we're already going to get tickets as soon as they pre-sale, I'm just saying.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
Because what's the release date? January 19th?
Yeah, for the dub.
Oh,
yeah.
my birthday. Oh, shit.
Oh, I forgot that is his birthday.
Oh, yeah, man.
That's also my sister-in-law's birthday.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
All right, well, let's
get right into the news.
That's a lot of damage.
So, speaking of the Broly movie, it's broke another box office record for the franchise, earning 2 billion yen in just 11 days.
What's that in American, though?
That is $18.1 million.
Oh, wow.
2 billion yen is $18.1 million?
Yeah, yen is like basically almost a cent. It was number 1 its first week. It's now at its second week, and it's actually behind Wreck-It Ralph 2. Ralph Breaks the Internet. But it's still doing pretty good. It has a 1.5 million tickets sold in Japan.
I still don't think the Broly movie is going to be better than the My Hero movie, because the My Hero movie was great, but I'm at least glad that the ticket sales are good.
Toriyama actually commented and said that the character Broly is way more popular than it was back in the day.
Well, it's all about power scaling, so we go so far, and then we wonder how some of these old characters stack up, because we can only theorize how they stack up versus, new forms, new powers, things like that. Like, we want to know.
Funimation will be bringing it to the United States January 16th.
I was 16, so I was a couple days off. I can't wait, personally.
Me neither. I want to watch this.
I mean, honestly, I still don't think it's going to be better than the My Hero movie, because that just was like...
Oh, man.
God, I just can't. Like, that movie was too damn good.
Dragon Ball Z will have high expectations because of the movies being Dragon Ball Z, and by being Goku, Vegeta, and all those other great Z fighters. I think that a lot of older people, around our age and older,
yeah,
are gonna watch it because that's what we grew up on. And My Hero is so young, it's gonna pretty much have the young crowd be like a bigger difference. The oldest people that watch Dragon Ball Z growing up and watch the Broly movie, whatever.
Yeah,
they're gonna come and watch it also. So it's gonna be pretty close, I think, at the box office.
This Elvis Stutter sponsored by
Xmart.
Extreme Deals, Extremer Service.
it's funny because I always find it weird that when we were young, no one of our age was really into what they're into now, and it's funny when you find 50-year-olds like into Dragon Ball Z, and then we realize our age, like me and Elvis are close to 30, Don's 20, almost 25, like that's about when they were 25 at our ages now, they were into it when we were young. And it's just, man, just how the world changes in like 20 years is ridiculous. 20, 25 years, it's seriously ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like I said, even my dad was kind of into Dragon Ball Z, and he still knows a lot about it to this date.
Yeah, my dad does too. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, yeah. I mean, your dad surely be off with his shirt and drunk and everything else.
My dad watching Dragon Ball Z, trying to talk about girls.
Bro, your dad need to get his old ass out of here. How old is he? Like 60-something years old?
He's 60 years old.
He still got that big dende, though.
Still trying to get ass.
Bro, man, he got that heart problem, though. I'm sure he can't supply that blood to that big old dende.
Exactly, bro. Like, I don't know what the hell going on with old ass like that. You 60 years old, still trying to get some girls, talking about some damn...
Bro, he 3-pump McGee and he's done.
Hell yeah, like...
I like how I have more Dragon Ball Z pops than you and Maribel combined.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Anthony gets upset. I've offended him.
No, I don't get offended, man. When I see all these display of these very clean pops, it's good with me.
Hey, my room is cleanly displayed. I have 177 pops right now.
Damn.
We have over 300.
Combined?
Combined, yeah.
I think I'm still winning.
Maybe in the individual game.
Oh, definitely in the individual. You can't be, like, coupling up on me. I can't couple up with Randy. She's only got one.
She contributes nothing to relationship when it comes to pops.
She wants some though for Christmas. She wants the Golden Girls, she wants Oogie Boogie, and she wants the 3 Nightmare Before Christmas in the bathtub from Hot Topic.
You please tell your girlfriend to catch up.
And then she also wants the what's the plant ones? Little Pet Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, which is actually Little Pet Shop of Horrors is the only actual play I went to in school. That's the only play I ever went to.
Oh, wow.
Actually, which was funny, there was one girl that was half black, half white. God, she was hot. And she was into this, like, she dated this, like, really skinny white dude. Which was actually funny. So, you know the part in Little Horror Shop where they eat the girl or whatever? So, one of the guys that I knew that was in the plant, when she went in, this girl was very, like, she was half black, half white. Very big butt, big tits, everything. And she was very good looking. And actually, the thing that I thought was when she went in, I saw, like, her butt, and the guy that was, like, his name was Josh, he was like, yeah, she wasn't wearing no panties or bra. And he was like, I straight up smacked her ass when she went through. I was like...
You can't do that.
Yeah, it was, bro, that was high school, though. And to tell you the truth, that girl was real stuck up, too, and that's... I wonder where she is now. I think her name was Ashley, if I'm not mistaken, the same name as my sister, but I don't know where she's at now.
My ex talked about something similar to that. She was in middle school, and she was talking about how they have Slap Ass Fridays, which actually where I got the day for the podcast.
Is that where you got that from?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it was in middle school, and she was like, it wasn't a big deal. That's just what they did. And I'm like, that's not cool. And she was like, oh, we're just kids. I was like, I was doing stuff when I was 13 in middle school. Don't tell me this is some innocent thing.
Think about it, like, let's say if they end Super and they wait another, 20 years and we're like 50.
Well, if they were smart, they would do Goku Jr. and Vegeta Jr.
Yeah.
Very unexplored, but I would agree.
Yeah, that would be the smart play, is just... Actually, yeah, they could just literally do the next generation.
But what I love about that is like, oh, I think I'm going to push myself, go Super Saiyan. Oh, you can do that too? I'll go Super Saiyan also.
Remember, they don't say Super Saiyan. They call it going gold.
Oh, yeah, it's like, I'll go gold too.
Yeah, they don't even know.
Yeah, they don't, but they can go into it very easily. He's like, why are you wearing those rags? These are my grandpa's clothes.
Even though, yeah, Vegeta Jr. is like wearing the same outfit as Vegeta.
And then here goes Bulma, 4th removed. You know, the cow's a corpse. And then Pam was like, It's good to see that Bulma really lived on.
Okay, so I have a story, Elvis. There was a woman, kind of like your mom, that had 99 kids. So she didn't have the creativity to name them all, so she named them 1 to 99. Well, there was a terrible accident, and 98 of them were killed. The only one that was left alive was 90. So 90 grew up and was a beautiful woman, and she bared 2 children with a guy. She had 2 kids. And one day, her 2 kids found this stray dog, and they were like, we want to keep it. But she refused. She was like, I'm not going to have an animal in this house. So the kids actually hid the animal from her mother, and she named it This. So they could talk behind their mother's back, and the mother would never know. Be like, hey, we want to take this outside. We're going to feed this. The mother would never know wiser. Well, one day, This ran out on the road and got hit by a car and died. And even then, the kids never told their mother. So only 90s kids remember this. Okay, before we leave, I got something to do. There's a new segment in the show, so we have the news, but we also have a call out where we're going to call out some punks to start beef with.
Bring that ass here, boy.
Wow, that ass is amazing. Bruh!
So speaking of amazing asses, we are actually going to call out Dedicated, which is our friend that's the rapper. We actually used one of her songs in one of the episodes. It was RimsCon 7, the first version of it. This is actually called The Lonely Kid Music. And there's going to be a diss rap at the end of this episode to her. And I'm calling her out. We need to do a diss rap track together, epic rap battle style. And let's see if you can call out this diss. Well, it was good to have y'all on for Dragon Ball Super. It's good to have you on your debut show, Dr. Closet. Arigato gozaimasu. Haben einen guten Tag. Tu madre es pollo.
Classes in session, teacher of the year, but don't worry, my dear, cause all we're near. Cruise control, cause that's all that I know, Beto, you can't keep up with your stuff. Dedicated about to get re-educated. Classes in session, teacher of the year, but don't worry, my dear, cause all of them here. Cruise control, cause that's all that I know. Beto, you can't keep up with this flow. Oh yes, Danny is all you'll say, cause your mom's in my DMs. Call me back. Dedicated about to get re-educated. Classes in session, teacher of the year, but don't worry, my dear, cause all of them here. Cruise control, cause that's all that I know. Beto, you can't keep up with this flow. Oh yes, Danny is all you'll say, cause your mom's in my DMs. Call me back. Dedicated about to get re-educated. Classes in session, teacher of the year, but don't worry, my dear, cause all you're near. Cruise control, cause that's all that I know. Beto, you can't keep up with this flow. Dedicated about to get re-educated. Classes in session, teacher of the year, but don't worry, my dear, cause all I'm here. Cruise control, cause that's all that I know. Beto, you can't keep up with this flow. Oh yes, Danny is all you'll say, cause your mom's in my DMs. Call me back. Dedicated about to get re-educated. Classes in session, teacher of the year, but don't worry, my dear, cause all I'm here.